Hello and welcome to BRM Legends on Tap, where we discuss common business relationship management challenges with our panel of BRM Legends. Here's your host, Mark Rovers.
Thank you for joining BRM Legends on Tap. I'm Mark Rovers, and today we'll be talking about what BRM techniques should I use first in my business partner relationship. And we're doing this with Melanie Lemans. So let me ask you, Melanie, how do you determine what techniques to use in your initial conversations with your business partners?
Well, funny you should ask, Mark. It was right after I completed the BRMP certification course with you as my instructor. P.S. If anyone is thinking about getting their certification, Mark is amazing. But going back to your original question, I had to really spend some time thinking on this one. There's so much excellent content, and I had to focus on what I felt would be well received from my business partner's point of view.
So Melanie, what models did you choose?
I started with the business provider maturity model because I believe it perfectly highlights the dependencies between the maturity of business demand and provider supply. It also helps set the stage for how BRM can help balance the two. You can't have a provider organization operating at a level 3 with the business or consumer organization operating at a level 1 and vice versa.
So Melanie, after you discussed the business provider maturity model, did you move straight to the business relationship maturity model?
Not just yet, Sherry. See, at that time, I had recently taken on a new business partner, and the BRM capability was still very fresh in my organization. I'm a technology BRM, and many of our early discussions were focused on cost. I chose to share the wheel and broadband asset classification model because I wanted to highlight the foundation of infrastructure and transactional costs. Once my business partner understood that, we were able to shift the focus of our conversations to more strategic topics. At that point, I moved on to the business relationship maturity model. I love using this little fact when explaining the model. Do you know what the top 5 companies in the S&P 500 all have in common? Those top 5 being Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Facebook, and Google. They all operate at a level 5 strategic partnership. That one really perks the ears up.
And those are excellent points and tools to use early on, indeed. Melanie, the wheel and broadband asset classification model and the BRM Institute's business relation maturity model. Highly recommend using those early on. But so what about the discovery techniques, such as the customer value hierarchy? Did you use any of those?
Well, with this particular business partner, I was pretty fortunate in that I had actually started my career with this specific business unit. So I had known him for nearly 10 years and was very familiar with how that business operates. I do think that it is critical to have a foundational knowledge of your table stakes, your got to have expectations versus satisfiers, want to have expectations, and differentiators, those wow expectations. And we use those concepts daily in our decision-making process.
What about the strategy and operating model? Can you tell us how you use that in your business partner relationship?
For me, it's all about culture. I mean, yes, we all want autonomy, mastery, and purpose, but it is critical to have a strategic direction that everyone in your organization is aware of and working toward, your North Star, if you will. I believe having the right people with the right mindset and a strong focus on cultivating those relationships, that naturally aligns to make your strategy possible.
Well, I love that analogy about the North Star, Melanie. Thank you. It makes me think of the single point of focus, what the BRM should be doing. So I want to thank you so much for all this valuable information. I want to thank the audience for watching, and looking forward to our next episode, and looking forward to see you again.
Thank you for watching this episode of BRM Legends on Tap, and be sure to check back for new topics and discussions right here every month.